Welcome to the Everything Goes podcast with TAK, where sports get loud, the takes get hot, and nothing's off limits. From game day breakdowns to way too early predictions, we're bringing the energy every single episode. Buckle up, because over here, everything really does go.
Is up, beautiful people of the world. Welcome back to episode 224 of your favorite podcast, Around Everything Goes podcast with TAK. Today, sponsored by 3Natives, which we're so pumped by. Officially our first ever sponsor. Huge congrats to us. We are moving up in this world, hopefully. Man, we got plenty to talk about episode 224. I also just think, man, can we go 1 week without having like technical difficulties? Last week, I didn't think we were going to go live. This week, Dad disappeared. I mean, man,
Chris keeps tinkering. He keeps tinkering, but he looks so.
I mean, but look at that HD quality he's got.
I'm trying to improve, but it's just
that blue light.
This is a guy that had typing class in school. I didn't have computer class.
I remember typing class. Hey, we're gonna talk about way too early 2025 MVP predictions. Is there a dark horse? Will a running back or wide receiver get that award ever? Hard Knocks, NFC East, and the Bills. I mean, so much to talk about there. NFL schedule review of the release. We're gonna do some MLB Around the Horn. Who's an underdog so far this year that no one is talking about? And of course, the Indy 500. Guys, how are we doing today on this? Not Monday, Tuesday.
It's miserable here. It's raining. It's been raining nonstop all weekend. It was the worst week of Memorial Day weekend ever.
Really?
I mean, the Yankees came to town, though. It was, none better, right?
Yeah, I lost the first game. I mean, I was like, here we go. We're going to lose to the worst team in baseball. And we did. We won 14 of the last 18.
Ty, we played one of the best courses here yesterday over Memorial Weekend. Shout out. Thank you all for those that served, first of all.
He's like, I love America. I get the golf.
I love it. Yeah, one of the best courses up here in the Midwest, though.
Really?
In Wisconsin. Yeah, Troy Burn. It was really fun. Kind of very hilly, and like the greens were massive, but different undulations, so it was tough.
Damn,
go ahead,
man.
though.
So you got the golf on your Memorial Day. Mm-hmm. Did you guys all had off on Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Noah didn't. I'm just sharing all this stuff, making sure that we are live right now. We are live. Dad, what'd you guys do for Memorial Day? Anything?
No, I wanted to cook out, but like I said, the weather was so miserable here the last couple of days, we couldn't.
Just downpour?
Yeah, it's just been miserable.
I mean, man, it's been.
I mean,
I hate to say it for you guys, man, but it has been just absolutely humid and beautiful.
Say it.
Humid and hot. Hot.
Like 80s, 90s?
Where we at? 90 feels like 100. Let me tell you. Okay, so I go down to.
Talk about your close encounter.
I'm gonna tell him. Listen, we went down to Boca, me and my wife. We did a little baby moon vacation, a little mini vacation before the baby comes. And Saturday we spent like almost all day at the beach, and it is beautiful. You can see my little white toes. That's how I like it. It's like hip deep, and you can walk pretty far out, and it's still hip deep. And the last time we went out before we left, we're like, hey, let's go out one more time. It was just us, and there were some high school kids to our left, like 3 of them. And we're just sitting there, being a married couple. And I just hear the one kid go, bro, what is that? And I look to my left, and I kid you not, like 2 feet away from me, swimming past me and my wife, is a 6-foot hammerhead shark.
Hammerhead even?
I look down, I'm like, what is that? And I see his head turn. I'm like, ooh, that's a hammerhead shark. It was absolutely insane. You would have thought that, like, you play this in your mind, like, the day I see a shark, how am I going to react? My legs immediately got heavy, and I just stared there and watched it.
Oh, my God. Dude, that might have saved you, honestly, because you didn't panic.
I did have the thought, though, too, man, if I had my goggles on, I might have stuck my head underwater to get a peek at it.
Oh my God. I'm freaking out right now.
I looked my wife,
so scary.
And I said, next time you tell me that we are not too far out, I want you to remember this right here. It doesn't matter how shallow it is, man. We're gonna get out there and see some sharks. But Memorial Day, man, thank you to all the troopers. That was such a blast. I did see a shark. I did see some fish in the water. Ace played some golf. It has been beautiful out, and we're thankful for so many men and women that's brave, serve this country. We won't be able to do things that we're doing right now, giving our best 3 opinions out there in the world.
Ooh, well said.
All right, so before we get into way too early MVP 2025 predictions, I have a fun little game that I'm going to play between you 2 guys. All right, just bear with me for a second. I have a piece of paper here that it did rip, and you guys are going to build the ultimate football team. I'm going to spin a wheel one at a time. Ace will go first, and I'll spin the wheel. Whatever team it lands on, you have a quarterback, a running back, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and a defense of any generation, right? If I spin this wheel and you get the Baltimore Ravens, and you're like, well, I liked Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, I'm going to pick Ravens defense. Dad, if I spin this wheel and you get the Atlanta Falcons, you're like, well, I liked Julio Jones in his prime. Like prime players. We're going to see who can build.
But we're building one team, so we have to kind of think, oh, I like this.
Now, if
I
Ace
like
picks
this.
a guy, you can't pick that guy, you know?
Well, no, but it's like, what kind of style do we, it's like, what style do we want? Kris, try again.
Yeah. Yeah, any style, any player, it's like a little strategic thing. I think it's gonna be a little blast. You feeling good? Dad, how you doing? You doing good? Man, I can't hear you, man. Can't hear you.
This was gonna be
a little technical difficulties, man. It's how we're playing out. It's how we're playing out.
It's fine, yeah.
It's okay.
We'll persevere.
We'll come back to the game as soon as we can hear his lovely voice again, which I know we will.
Is this better?
We'll go with that for now. We'll go with that. We can hear that for now.
Sorry, man. Having difficulties tonight. I don't know what it is.
It's all good, man. It's all good. We're going to spin this wheel. I'm going to spin this. I have this little wheel right here. Right.
Whatever position.
And I'll let you know what team it lands on. And then Ace, you got to think like, do I want to take a quarterback here? Do I want to take a running back here? Okay. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So let me spin this wheel. Ace, your first team here is the Houston Texans. Ace. What kind of team are you going to start off with here? Houston Texans. I mean, there's a couple guys.
So we can pick a defense, right?
They've only been the Houston Texans for a few years now. So you could have used the Houston Oilers too.
No, did
Eddie George or is that Titans? Never mind. Okay, so Houston, I can pick a defense. Kris.
You can go with Houston's defense. Yeah, I mean, J.J. Watt was in that defense.
I'm kind of leaning. I like quarterbacks, if we're going current, Stroud, but
there was a running back that wasn't too bad there.
Who is it? Well, Mixon.
Hey, Deshaun Watson was good there.
Oh, and Arian Foster.
That was before he got those.
I'm going to go with the defense. I'm going to go with the defense.
All right, so Houston.
We'll start with the defense.
Is there what years are we thinking? Like probably 2013 through 15, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, who was the guy that broke? Was it Brian Cushing?
You guys don't want. That's a great defense. You guys don't really want to bounce ideas off each other too, because you're trying to build the best team here, and whoever wins, we'll let the viewers decide who has the best team. I'll post it on our story.
I'm gonna get a team. I don't know anybody.
All right,
I'm gonna have to call a friend.
Yeah, call a friend. All right, Dad. Here we go. We're rolling here. Your first team is almost the Kansas City Chiefs, the Washington Commanders. A lot of good options here.
Well, again, can I still use the Redskins because technically it's the same organization?
Yes.
I'm going quarterback, Joe Theismann.
Ooh.
I thought maybe RG3.
Wow, I love that.
No, Joe Theismann. Back then you had Art Monk.
All right, so we got a quarterback off the board. Ace, you pick defense. And Ace, your second team, the Buffalo Bills.
Ooh, quarterback.
Oh my God. Do I go Josh Allen or Jim Kelly? Damn it, Kris. I don't know who else is.
Listen, you want to build a better team here, Ace. Your gut's telling you.
Yeah, I got to go Josh Allen, quarterback.
Allen, baby. You have to. There was only one pick there.
Yeah. You're right. I didn't really watch Jim Kelly. A few highlights, so.
All right, Dad, your second pick. You almost got the Kansas City Chiefs. Seattle Seahawks. You already took a QB off the board.
That receiver would have.
I'm going defense. The 12th man,
Boom
baby.
Squad?
Yeah.
What was it? It wasn't called the Boom Squad. God, I'm an idiot.
It was the Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom, baby.
Oh, no. Wow. Okay. So I'm thinking Theismann and Allen. Maybe Allen has the edge. I don't know. I have no idea. Theismann's all.
Legion of Boom was a good pick. Pick.
Yes, you got the defense on me.
Theismann has Super Bowls. Allen doesn't.
That's Ace.
Dude,
your next pick is the Detroit Lions. You have Josh Allen as your quarterback, and you have the Houston Texans as the defense.
Oh my God. Oh, do I?
There's one guy.
There's Calvin.
There's one guy you take here.
Calvin.
I'm writing it down for you.
Okay. Megatron. Right? Receiver.
That's
Megatron.
the one guy that you take in that situation.
If Gibbs
does he even have a playoff win?
Maybe.
And is he really good? He retired early.
Well, Gibbs did phenomenal in the play, or at least in one of the games, I think. One of the playoffs.
All right, Dad, we're rolling here with the Buffalo Bills as your next pick. You took Joe Theismann as your quarterback and the Legion of Boom as your defense. You also have the Buffalo Bills on the clock.
I'm going running back. Thurman Thomas.
Thurman Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
That's before my time.
It is. Yeah, I didn't really remember him either, but I'm sure I've heard about
I
him.
can't wait. I can't wait to see the viewers' thoughts on this. Ace.
Yes.
Oh man, you're gonna Green Bay Packers. You need a running back, a wide receiver, and a tight end.
Oh my god.
I mean, there's a couple options you can go here.
I mean, I was thinking Jordy. That would be kind of cool to do. I get two NFC North guys.
I'm gonna play the commentator here. You know, I'm not gonna give you any fee. I'm gonna let you just dissect this. I mean, there's a guy immediately in my head that I'm thinking, but
tight end.
Jennings.
I was thinking running back too, though. I'm blanking on running backs. I'm on Green, Ryan, something or other. Yeah, I love Aaron Jones. I mean, shit. You know what? Give me Jordy. Give me Jordy. We're going to be unstoppable. We are going to the receiving core.
I was thinking maybe
shut you down.
I was thinking maybe Devontae Adams.
Oh my God! Oh,
all right, Dad. You have a quarterback, a running back. You are still missing a tight end and two wide receivers, and you could get a good tight end here. Tennessee Titans. Or a good wide receiver.
Ooh, Eddie George would be kind of good. Oh, sorry. I can't.
Can I have two running backs?
No, you got one running back.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Well, technically, he was a receiver there. DeAndre Hopkins.
So, here's the game, right? We're taking them in their prime. DeAndre Hopkins was not in his prime in the Tennessee Titans. Is that sure? That's the pick you want to go?
Okay, well, if we're doing that, okay. God,
I mean, there's a tight end that just hits me right in the head right off the bat.
I picked Jordy over Devontae. I'm never gonna.
You're gonna hear that one in the comments, man.
I don't. I'm gonna have to go to Google.
I like that.
Oh, no Google. This is off of memory.
Yeah,
off of memory.
Titans.
Golly, man, come on. His last name is something you put in your yard.
A rake? I don't know.
Gosh, man, you want to phone a friend? Like, what about Antonio Gates?
Antonio Gates? Did he play for the
God,
Titans?
man, I'm thinking of San Diego Chargers. Not Antonio Gates. Who's the other guy? God, now I'm drawing a blank.
No.
Wasn't Christian Kirk there?
God, Christian Kirk was there. We're gonna get made fun of. We're gonna get made fun because there's a tight end that has played with him. He retired a couple years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I can't remember his name. And he'd be a good tight end to pick here.
I gotta go to Google.
God, a running back for the Titans would be Chris Johnson right off the bat.
Ooh,
right off the bat.
Yeah. Good point. I was thinking Eddie George, but
gosh, man, look at you. You can't be using Google.
Oh, I know who you're thinking of. Oh my God, I had him in fantasy. The tight end.
Me too, man.
Delaney Walker.
Delaney Walker.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not that good though.
Is that gonna be your pick?
Yeah. I guess I have no choice.
All right, Ace, you need a tight end and a running back, and you have the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got some history.
You know
in Pittsburgh.
What?
Come on, say it.
Hold up, running back or tight end. God, you're gonna laugh, but I think I'm leaning either Jerome Bettis or if I'm going tight end, Todd. Did they have Todd? No, not Todd Heap. Shit. Who was the guy that?
Did you pick a defense yet?
Yeah.
He did. It was his first pick. It was the Houston Texans.
That would have been nice to hold that to have the Pittsburgh defense.
They would have. What about Le'Veon Bell?
Give me. Oh yeah, I like Le'Veon Bell too.
He's a flash in the pan.
But in his prime, though,
who do
you
you
know what?
want?
Le'Veon, because I have Josh Allen, so he's going to be acclimated to this offense.
All right, Ace has 1 pick. Dad, you have 2 picks left. Here we go.
Both mine are receivers. Dallas Cowboys.
Here we go.
Dallas Cowboys.
Los Angeles Rams.
Cooper Kupp.
Kupp in his prime, absolute triple crown.
Did Andre Rison did not.
All right, Ace.
Atlanta.
Here we go, Ace. You need a tight end. This saves you, Ace. This saves you. The New England Patriots.
Oh, God. Hernandez.
Aaron. No, I'm kidding. Honestly, Aaron Hernandez, though, for one. Rob Gronkowski.
Rob Gronkowski is the correct answer there. Is the correct answer.
So
all right, Dad.
One more receiver left.
You got
Let's
one
go.
more receiver,
Cowboys,
and you got Tampa Bay
Cowboys.
Buccaneers.
Ooh.
I think that's an easy one. Easy one. Come on.
I can't think of his name.
Who's the best player, in my opinion, has just truly played for the Buccaneers?
I think Ty and I
think of his
name.
Stop trying to Google it. Come on, man. This is a sports podcast.
Yeah, we're losing credibility.
Can't think of his name. Mike Evans.
Mike Evans, man.
Yeah.
Mike Evans. All right, well, I'm going to post these results on our Instagram story, and our followers are going to vote who had the better team here. But Dad, your lineup looks like
the problem is our followers are all, younger. So they're not even gonna know who Joe Theismann is. They're not even gonna know. They're gonna see Josh Allen and say, "Oh, Josh Allen's the greatest." Go off Super Bowl wins.
But Theismann's got Super Bowls.
All right, Dad. Your team is consistent. Your quarterback is Joe Theismann. You have a running back of Thurman Thomas, a wide receiver of Cooper Kupp and Mike Evans, Delaney Walker as your tight end, and the Legion of Boom as your defense. Solid
Sounds
team.
Like a winner. That's
solid team. Ace, you have a team of Josh Allen, Le'Veon Bell, Calvin Johnson, Jordy Nelson, Rob Gronkowski, and the Houston's defense with J.J. Watt. I think the only thing, Ace, if I could pinpoint, was Jordy Nelson. That's the only fall out of your team.
It ain't going to matter. Josh Allen is going to run all over that.
Jordy Nelson was good. Absolutely. Jordy Nelson was good.
Allen will have 200 yards rushing. It's not going to matter.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good pickup. That's a good pickup. I'll post my Super Bowl team straight out the bat. Drew Brees obviously is in there.
Oh no, you got to spin the wheel. He's got.
Yeah,
you got to.
I would spin the wheel. Obviously, I would spin. I'm actually very curious just to do it real quick.
Let me say something quick.
I'm spinning it while you guys talk.
In their first 7 years, okay, Dak Prescott in 7 seasons, he has 2,185 completions, 24,943 yards, 166 touchdowns, and only 65 picks. Drew Brees, only 1,921 completions, only 189 yards, 134 touchdowns, and 99 picks. Big Ben Roethlisberger, 1,776 completions, 2,200 yards, 144 touchdowns, and 86 picks. And the great Tom Brady, 2,293 completions, 22,000 plus yards. Looks like it has 116 touchdowns and 57 interceptions. Dak Prescott was better than all of them in his first 7 years.
Hey, you know what you just said, though, about your quarterback you picked? Super Bowls matter, baby. And Drew Brees has a Super Bowl and Dak doesn't.
Well, I'm just talking about first 7 years. I ain't talking about career.
Ooh, baby. You should see this team that I am building right now, because this team is whooping both your guys' team.
Okay, but no one's seen what you landed on. You could say you landed on the 49ers.
I promise I'm not cheating. What's the running back's name from the Los Angeles Rams that was really good, that played with
Eric Dickerson?
No.
How could you not pick Eric Dickerson?
The one that played with Kurt Warner.
Oh, Marshall Faulk.
Marshall Faulk
is what I was thinking.
How could you not pick Eric Dickerson? He's one of the best running backs of all time.
Yeah,
I'm literally writing Eric Dickerson down.
Yeah, but you can't put that down. I gave it to you.
You did give it to me. I gave you a little help on mine.
Yeah.
All right, here is my team that I'm going to share with you, and then we're going to move on. Right. My first 2 picks, I spun on the Carolina Panthers twice. I thought about taking Cam Newton, but I didn't, and I'm happy I didn't. I have a roster of Drew Brees at quarterback, My running back is Eric Dickerson with a wide receiver room of Steve Smith and Antonio Brown in their prime, a prime Greg Olsen at tight end, and the Vikings defense. I couldn't tell you which Vikings defense I'd like, but that's a solid team.
Yeah, but if we could build our own teams, if I could go up the 80s and 90s, I'd have the greatest team ever.
Sure.
Because I'd have Joe Montana as my quarterback.
Yeah.
I would have Emmett, the best running back in the NFL, as my running back.
All right, staying on schedule because we need to move on.
Ace, when you got Detroit, you could have picked Barry Sanders.
I know. I'm an idiot. I said Jahmyr Gibbs over Barry Sanders, too. That's how recency.
Antonio, Calvin Johnson was a great pick. Yeah. Way too early, 2025 MVP predictions. I wanted to see where our head was at going into the OTAs and training camp. As we go into this, is there an underdog that no one's talking about? Is there a guy that's going to rise?
Absolutely.
Bring to the crop, however they say it. Is there going to be a running back or wide receiver that wins it? Let's just scratch that right now. That's not going to happen. Never happens. You've seen Saquon Barkley have an amazing season last year and didn't get it. You saw Cooper Kupp have a triple crown, didn't get it. It is impossible for a player that is non-QB to win the MVP.
Yeah.
But when I was going through this today, I thought two names that popped up in my mind. And I didn't give it much thought, so I could be totally wrong. But you should bet on my words here. Way too early MVP for me is I think Josh Allen will have it again. I could see Josh Allen go back-to-back. My underdog that no one's going to talk about, Jaden Daniels.
That's who I was just Googling. Commanders quarterback.
See, I like Jaden Daniels. I like Joey B. I think Joey B's got his guys back. They're going to have to put up offense. Joey Burrow is going to have to. They're going to have to score there because guess what? They're pissing off Hendrickson, and they already had the other guy, Sam Hubbard, retire.
Yeah.
So good luck filling that defense. Oh, and when you let go of Jesse Bates, like arguably one of the best safeties to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Sorry. Got to start paying.
All right, so I got Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels possibility. Ace has Joey B. Dad, how we feeling, Dad?
My MVP. Oh God. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a running back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm gonna say, and this is gonna be crazy. I think this is just me saying this. My hot take: Rookie of the Year and MVP, Gentry with the Raiders.
That could be that could boil an egg. That's how hot that is of a take.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is a hot take.
This kid is so confident, and he's got such a flash about him. I just that's my pick.
Can you win Rookie of the Year and MVP?
Why not? Well, the MVP probably not because it's always for a quarterback. But I think he's going to be the best running back in the league.
I'm drafting him in fantasy. I am throwing everything at
it. So we have Gentry, Joey B, Jaden Daniels, and Josh Allen are some of the guys that you might want to put a $1 bet on to win MVP next year. And possibly
my first year playing fantasy football, I didn't know anything about fantasy football. I had the number 2 pick overall. I took Adrian Peterson as a rookie, and I almost won the championship. Yep.
Can't go
wrong with that, man.
Can't go wrong with that. Dynasty. I like Jaden. He's going to have to put up offense again, too.
Yeah.
Who knows how much they run the ball. They got Robinson and Eckler, I think. They'll probably have to, I don't know who they drafted, if anybody. So,
yeah, just a little bit of a hot take, in my opinion, is like this is a make or break year for Trevor Lawrence, almost like it was for Jalen Hurts a couple of years ago, where we talked about like he's got all the weapons now. They got him wide receivers. If he doesn't do anything here, I mean, because if you look at Trevor Lawrence and Daniel Jones's number for their stats, identical. And for somehow we live in a world where we look at that and we're going like, well, Trevor Lawrence has a higher ceiling. And I'm one of those guys, but their numbers are so identical. They could be twins.
My comeback player of the year, Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott goes off this year. It's his last year in Dallas. Hot take.
I do like that.
A lot of hot takes coming out here today.
He's got no choice. They got weapons, baby.
He's got weapons.
They should block.
I saw TJ Houshmandzadeh, he used to be a receiver for Cincinnati Bengals, came out and said that Brock Purdy is overpaid. He doesn't deserve the amount of money he got because he doesn't win the Super Bowl yet. All quarterbacks are overpaid. There's not too many quarterbacks that have gone to the Super Bowl.
I'm so tired of people saying Brock Purdy doesn't deserve his payday. The man's been to 2 Super Bowls. Yeah. And last year obviously was an off year. I mean, he has been able to win and be productive with a missing Ayuk who tore his ACL or MCL, whatever it was. Something. What's the guy's name? McCaffrey was injured all year. Who's the other receiver that just got traded to the Commanders? I can't think of his name right now. We're doing really bad with names today. Maybe we're nervous because there's sponsorship.
I had him on my fantasy team too.
But again, like the guy has won. The guy can win. The guy has brought a winning culture to the team. You know, obviously Jimmy G, and he was doing great, and then it didn't work out. But I mean, if Brock Purdy was on my team, I'd feel pretty confident going into the year. Like I could get
Debo.
8, 10, 11 wins. Debo Samuel, yes, thank you. So I think he deserved it. It was his time up, and we've seen it countless times again. If it's your time up, doesn't matter who you are, you're going to get paid.
You know what's crazy? The amount of guaranteed money that is going out to these rookies this year. They said that there's only 2 rookies in the second round that have signed their contracts. The rest of them haven't. But like all this guaranteed money that's going out to these players, it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
And you know what's funny is people want to bash Purdy, but no one wanted to talk about Sam Darnold having one good year in his NFL life, and he gets this huge contract that nobody wants to talk about. What it is.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
we could go on.
Everyone gets their cup of gold, and that's just what it is. But coming up next, we're going to talk about the NFL schedule review and the hard knocks on the NFC East and the Buffalo Bills, and we'll be right back. Our sponsor, 3Natives, is serving up fresh, healthy food that actually tastes amazing. From acai bowls and smoothies to wraps and juices, they've got everything you need to fuel your day without slowing you down. Whether you're coming from the gym or heading to class or just need a clean energy boost to listen to this podcast, 3Natives has you covered. Support local, eat fresh, and tell them Everything Goes sent you. That's 3Natives, 1192 Royal Palm Beach Boulevard, Royal Palm Beach, Florida. Alrighty. The NFC East is going to be on the Hard Knocks. I'm a little jealous. I'll be honest. Every single year when Hard Knocks comes out, releasing who's going to be in it, I'm like, man, please, New Orleans. When Derek Carr was in the city, New Orleans. Kellen Moore and 2 quarterbacks battling out. Come on, New Orleans. No. I do like the whole division thing, though. I know the Buffalo Bills are going to get it in the preseason, and that's cool and stuff because I love Josh Allen. But last year, what was it, the AFC East they did with the Browns, the Ravens, and all that? That was cool. You get an inside look to 4 different teams and how they're handling the regular season and getting ready for playoffs. I think that's so cool. I'm a huge fan of Hard Knocks for the fan side of it. I'm sure it's kind of annoying probably if you're a player and all the cameras are around, but I love seeing the inside behind the scenes look of an NFL team. And that's why I'm dying to see one for the New Orleans Saints. I would kill for the Saints to be on Hard Knocks. I really would. But Dad, you're the Dallas Cowboys fan. How are you feeling knowing that your team's going to be one of these teams that Dak Prescott might be his last year? Who knows? There's rumors kind of floating around. You know, you get a new pick, you get a new George Pickens on the team. You know what I mean? New guy down there. Like there's a lot happening. You know, you're going to see Milton. You know, like how do you feel?
I know one person you're going to see a lot of is Jerry Jones. He loves the attention. So he'll be everywhere there's a camera, you'll see Jerry. I like it. It doesn't matter who it is. I like the behind the scenes look of what goes on, you know, when they have to let players go or when they're talking to players and stuff like that. It's always intriguing to see what goes on behind the scenes. I love making the team too when they have that rookie thing that's on the NFL Network and stuff too. What these guys go through. Yeah. I'm a big fan of it. I love it.
Yeah. Ace, you a fan of Hard Knocks? Have you ever seen the Minnesota Vikings on it?
I don't think they've ever been on. In scrimmages maybe.
I like when there are some.
Solely.
I like when there's some of the YouTube social media teams now, like they're almost give you like a mini Hard Knocks of their own team, and I wish the Saints organization would do that because they don't do that. But like I've seen that with the Arizona Cardinals, I've seen that with the Giants. The Giants did that for the draft day, so that's very cool. I'm a huge fan of Hard Knocks. The Lions one was. I think that really like rejuvenated because that was so cool to see not the Giants, the Lions. I said the Lions, right? The Lions.
Yeah. Yep.
The new coach and they bring everything in. They're trying to bring a winning culture. And then you got to see the Bears and how they're going to work with Caleb Williams. You saw it with the Giants and how they failed at re-signing Saquon Barkley and drafting a quarterback. So it is cool. I enjoy it. And it's going to be cool because you have young quarterbacks in that division. It's cool that you're going to see the Giants again, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
Wait,
good for them.
No kidding. Didn't Eberflus get fired too later that year?
I mean, like, I was like, what, last year they were on it?
Yeah. Oh my God. Time feels like time's flying. I enjoy Hard Knocks too. I think everything's intrusive now with video in the locker rooms and the access. So it's like, why not? You kind of got to just deal with it. And they make it somewhat heartwarming, like you were saying, Kris, with the rookies, but just the overall tone is much more documentary style and put together. So it's a good show.
Yeah. And even the Eagles, just win the Super Bowl. Like, how is this year going to be? Like, there's a lot of cool teams. Jaden Daniels having an amazing year his rookie year. Like, it's gonna be really cool seeing those 4 teams.
It's gonna be quarterbacks and running backs. That's all they're gonna show because they got Jackson Dart. Is he gonna start?
Oh my gosh,
yeah. Jackson Dart. Is he gonna start?
This would have been the year to do Shador.
I love it because especially now the Cowboys have new coaches, they have new players. There's a lot of people that they picked up from other organizations. It's just going to be exciting to see what happens behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Ty, they did. Speaking of that, if they did Shador, it would have been they did the NFC or the AFC East last year.
Yeah, I mean they would have killed their ratings. Oh my gosh, there were so many people watching it. How are we feeling about the schedule release, particularly in the aspect of are there any games you're looking forward to for your teams?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to opening day against the Eagles. It's going to be on primetime TV. You're going to see exactly what we have. The Eagles are raising the banner that day, so it's going to be a divisional game in Philly. I'm excited for it. We'll know exactly how good how bad our team is.
Yeah, the Saints are playing Miami Dolphins in Miami this year, and I'm going to that game with a buddy of mine. And the tickets keep dropping too, so I'm really excited about that.
There's nothing like opening up a season against a Super Bowl champion.
I agree.
Dude, and yeah, that is a great feeling. And Ty, in regards to going to the game, the fact there's not much hope in a lot of people want out right now. So just hold up. You just hold up because it's not going to get better. What news is going to make that better? Man.
So it says right here some Vikings. Of the yes. I was going to actually read it. I was going to read a Viking one here. Yeah, just some of the big games that they're saying notable matchups. Obviously, week 1, like you said, Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles. That is a big game. Dak's coming back. Does he beat the Super Bowl champions? I mean, Ace, you guys are playing versus Pittsburgh in Dublin this year. That's awesome.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes, that's my favorite game. I mean,
I wonder what time that starts.
Oh God, it says 8:30 a.m.
I think there's 7 hours ahead of us.
But you got Baltimore Ravens playing Kansas City Chiefs.
You got Chiefs and Eagles week 2. You got the Cowboys and Chiefs on Thanksgiving.
Yep. Yeah.
It looks like week 1.
So awesome.
Week 1 looks great too with the Chiefs and the Chargers. Chargers looked great last year.
Cowboys, Minnesota.
Thanksgiving Day, dude, though. Detroit Lions are back. The Cowboys are back. Christmas Day, too, is a triple header, which I heard that's going to be pretty fire.
Yes. The way these divisional
Commanders.
Yep. Same day.
Christmas Day.
And the Vikings, Packers, Thanksgiving weekend. I love that.
I'm excited, man. It's 100. We're like 100 days, 98 days away,
100
man.
Days exactly.
And man, we're getting closer and closer. We're getting closer and closer. Every time I think we're so far away, I'm like, man, we're getting closer and closer. I'm gonna be a dad.
What sucks about football though is it goes by so fast. I mean, it does. It's just I wish football was like baseball. Give us like 100 games because I like football so much better.
Yeah,
God, I know. Man. Could you imagine 100 games though? My dad and I were talking about that in comparison.
I mean, you couldn't. Their bodies couldn't handle it.
So Ty, Vikings play the Steelers, and then they're technically on the road, but it's against the Browns in London. So they have to go Germany or Dublin and London.
The Saints play the Bills this year. I haven't seen the Saints. I don't think I've ever seen the Saints play Josh Allen. I know that's a lie. I think I have at least one time.
We're in Buffalo?
Yeah, it's in Buffalo, but it's early in the year, so it won't be cold. So that's what's cool. I'm also excited that our last 10 games are mixed in with all of our division games are the later half of the season, which is huge.
It's just going to be interesting for Dallas because, like I said before, their last 6 games are against teams that had 11 wins or more last year. So it's going to be tough because you're going to have to split those 6 games. You're going to have to win at least 3 of them.
And the Vikings, I mean, we play the Cowboys week 14. That's going to be huge, obviously. Then the Giants, Bears, and Packers. So that is, wow. Yeah, Kris, that is a brutal final games for you. I mean, your division is tough. No matter what they say about the Giants, they're going to have one of the best defenses.
Hey, and they have 3 decent quarterbacks there now, so one of them's going to start. Russ is there. I don't know if Russ is going to be there long, but even Jameis, if Jameis starts, Jameis is a good quarterback. I don't care what anyone says about Jameis Winston. He's a good quarterback. I would take him on Dallas. And then Jackson Dart, man, he could come out and just shock the world like Daniels did. So,
man, I wish I have this picture I want to show you guys. Let me see if I liked it.
I think the Giants, they have a really, really tough schedule, but I think the Giants, no one talked about their defense last year. Their defense was ranked in the top 10 for majority of the season. So I'm telling you right now, don't count out, especially now their defense is even loaded more.
Yeah.
The Giants are going to be pretty decent.
Hey, the MLB Around the Horn that I wanted to ask you guys, and then we'll end with the 500. Who is the face of the MLB right now? And before you answer that, obviously Shohei Ohtani comes up, and I'm just going to ask you guys a question. Who are you taking right now? And I'll read the stats off. Shohei Ohtani versus Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge batting 395, Shohei batting 296. Now, this is like 2 days ago, so obviously these stats have changed. 18 home runs to Judge, 17 home runs to Shohei. OPS, Judge is winning by 200. I think Shohei is an unbelievable player, generational talent that we'll never see again. Hasn't pitched in 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you take the pitching away and it's just hidden.
Mike Trout.
I mean, I feel like you got to go with Aaron Judge right now.
Julio
Aaron Judge. Yeah.
Brent Rooker.
I saw something today where Aaron Judge has the highest slug percentage in baseball since Barry Bonds this early in the season after 42 games.
I mean, he's killing his stats compared to last season. I said a couple podcast episodes ago, I said he's going to win back-to-back MVPs this year.
Yeah, I see.
He's the captain. He's been dominating to his contract. Like I remember. I think you might have been one of the people. And I think I might have agreed with you that like, hey, I don't know if I want to give a guy who's a little older this big of a contract, but I mean, he's lived up to his contract.
100%.
It's so weird though how the Yankees handle their contracts. Like you see all these players that have been around for a while and they don't get that big contract until late in their careers. Like Judge is going to be 32 years old.
Yeah, I know. Just based off time, we will pivot to MLB next episode. We'll start with MLB. Dad, give us your Indy 500 because I know you were a fanatic for it this year.
I'm just a fanatic for racing, man. Memorial Day weekend is huge. You have the Monaco Grand Prix, which, look, honestly, Monaco, that race is won on Saturday with time trials and qualifying because there's no one that's ever won it past the third row in the field. And it was a boring race. I mean, there was no passing at all. It came down to they had to have 2 mandatory pit stops. And that's what it came down to. I mean, it just was overall a boring race. The race was won Saturday when Landon Norris, he won the pole. But Indy, man, I love Indy 500. 500,000 people there. It's amazing. Alex Palou, he won the race.
We all got to go one day. Just to check it off the list.
Dude, it's amazing. Like Tom Brady, all these celebrities were there. A-Rod and Jeter were there together. A bunch of freaking celebrities there.
I think McAfee was there.
Yeah, Gronk was there. There's a bunch of people there. But, I wanted to see Kyle Larson do the double, and he crashed. Unfortunately, he crashed early in the race. And then he flew down to Charlotte for that race and crashed there, too. But Alex Palou, who's dominating, I think he's won 5 of the first 6 races in the IndyCar Series this year. He won his first oval race, and it happened to be the granddaddy of them all, the Indy 500. So that was awesome. That was awesome to see. I just love racing. If you're a race fan, that's from sun up from 8 o'clock in the morning until almost 11 o'clock at night, man. It's nothing but race after race after race. Good times.
Might as well smoke some meat that day, get up at 5 a.m., throw it in there and just watch it every day.
Yeah.
Dude, I would be obsessed. They got to be obsessed with it, probably wanting to, if I do this to be able to get this turn faster, so, like aerodynamics, something with the I don't know.
Dude, I couldn't imagine going freaking 237 miles an hour down the front straightaway. That's just that is insane.
Yeah, because you know what I mean? Like, because when in NASCAR, I feel like I'd be more secure. I mean, because you're exposed almost.
Yes.
In the Indy 500, you know what I mean? Like if you flip, like I would be pooping my pants.
Hey,
But I think it would be so fast that you wouldn't even realize you crashed, though.
Yeah, and they have safety barriers now. These cars are really, really safe now.
You're feeling it, man. You're feeling it.
Penske had a tough week, man. Penske had 2 cars get suspended and they got pushed to the rear for cheating. And then McLaughlin, who was one of the fastest cars there, he crashed on the warm-up lap, warming his tires up. He hit the wall.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But I love the Indy 500. I wish the Indy 500 and the Daytona 500 were on at the same time, the same day. Get rid of Charlotte.
That'd be probably bad for
Daytona.
views.
That would be freaking amazing.
I'm telling you, you guys need it February. It's in February.
Look,
you guys
they run it twice. You guys
need to come down though in the February one, and we all need to go. I want to check it off my bucket list.
Oh yeah,
I've driven past it. I've driven past
it
before, Todd, but that's nothing.
That's about it, man.
It is. It's steep as heck, though. When you see the track, actually, how
if you put a car
be a tough putt
in a turn and just let it sit there, it'll probably roll down the hill.
Jeez.
Yeah,
that's wild.
That is wild.
Well, if you're just joining us on this podcast, man, we talked about our way too early MVP predictions, and I think you should go back and watch it, place a couple bets on it, because we're usually right on some of this stuff, and it's awkwardly weird how we are. I don't know why. We talked about the Hard Knocks NFC East and the Buffalo Bills. Ace and my dad, we spun a wheel, and we built our own NFL team, and I'm going to put that up on our story and see who had the better thing. We talked about the NFL schedule view, MLB Around the Horn, Indy 500. Check out 3Natives in our description who sponsored this episode. We're truly grateful for it, and we're excited for what's coming next. But man, we love you guys. Continue to share this live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, maybe Twitter next time. Someone's rolling over there on Twitter. Man, we love you guys. Continue to show the support. 10 limited hats are gone, but don't worry. We're going to be working on some stuff in the future. If you missed out, man, I'm sorry, but they're never coming back. Limited edition. But we love you guys, and we will see you guys next time on the Everything Goes podcast with TAK.